Because you've got to take every vlog I do with a grain of tobacco, because you always wanted to know, how cute can poop be? Hello folks, I'm here at the Noodle Museum. Let me tell you something, Japan, museums, it's got them. Let's go and check out a few. You think a cup noodle museum is strange? How about one about poop? Anyway, behind me this is, oh man, totally forgot. Folks, welcome to Tokyo on this rainy day. I'm Andy, this is Andy's World Journeys, and today, well, in this vlog, I thought I'd take you to a few museums around Tokyo. And today, I thought I'd take you around a few museums in Tokyo. But I'm not going to take you to like the National History Museum or anything like that. I'm looking for a few different museums, different in certain ways. They're going to be specialty museums. Behind me is the Q Yasuda Gardens. But over this way is the Japanese Sword Museum. And I hear it's cutting edge. Yes, folks. The first museum, we are going to be looking at Japanese swords. Japanese Sword Museum. Ah, you little river.
Stay aware better.
Just third floor?
Yes.
One floor. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. So we're going to check out some museums. We've got a sword museum. We're going to check out some other interesting stuff too. We're going for the unusual, or the bit different, or the interesting. So what we've got is we've got a sword museum. We have got tobacco and salt museum, a kite museum for you. And then we've got a cup noodle museum as well. In no particular order, by the way. And but finally, the one that I'm sure everyone will be so excited about, we will finish on a poop museum, the Unko Museum. Unko is Japanese for poop. So this exhibition is focusing on the 5 traditions and the works of swordsmiths active in the 5 prefectures. In the prefecture, Kyoto, Okayama, Kanagawa and Gifu. So it's not a big museum, it's just this one big room basically, but 15th to 16th century this one. 1515, called the late Muromachi period. This one dates back to the 1300s. This one's just over 70 centimetres long. Dates to 1535. Aren't they in amazing condition? This one is nearly a metre long. And is a 12th century 1100s piece. Wow. Look, I don't know much about swords, but obviously swords are super important in Japanese history, and over the centuries they've been looked after so well because I presume they're family heirlooms. I mean, look how shiny this one is. I mean, this is it's only 1665, which is a comparatively young sword to many of the others we've seen. things come with particular swords. Perhaps some kind of certification or maker's mark, I don't know. They're saying mounting for sword. Does it mean it's a sheath? Do I know anything about swords? Should I be talking about? Folks, if you're a fan of Japanese history, samurai culture, or whatever, then you really want to go and pop into this little one here. 1,000 yen to get in, that's about 10 Australian dollars, about 650 US. It's small, but it's beautifully presented. So yeah, look, we've got a load more museums to check out, so it's time to skedaddle over to the next one. Okay folks, well we've walked about 800 metres, well you didn't, I did, from Tokyo Station to find the next museum, which is the Kite Museum. And would you know it? It's in this building behind me. And would you know it? Probably not. Things are not always well signposted in Japan. Luckily I saw this out of the corner of my eye. Only 220 yen. That's a couple of bucks. I suppose we should take the elevator. You know you're in the right place. Here we are. Here we are, a whole museum devoted to kites. Those were fooled the Allies into thinking they were real planes. Everything's in Japanese, so there's not much in the way of explanation, sorry, but some beautiful artwork on these ones. On quite a few of them, actually. These ones are apparently an Edo style. That comes from the Edo era. 1600 to 1868 CE. And apparently it's very common that they were square or rectangle. And you can see apparently it's the time of Kabuki theatre, and you can see a definite Kabuki influence. No doubt this is a workshop, someone's workshop maybe, a famous kite maker. And badges. Not badges. Folks, just a quick one there for you. The Kite Museum. That's not too bad. I've never been to a kite museum before. This is my first. But I'm sure there are other things to check out in the Tokyo museum scene. Oh, thanks Andrew. Yes, here we are at the next one. It's the Ferris Wheel Museum. No, but sadly it isn't. Wouldn't that be great though, a Ferris Wheel Museum? You need a lot of space. This is the Cup Noodles Museum.
Tickets available. Thank you.
That's right, it's the Cup Noodles Museum. An entire museum. It's in Yokohama actually. I'm in Yokohama, just down the road from Tokyo, where they have an entire museum devoted to the cup noodle. I don't know what else I can tell you, but it was invented here back shortly after the Second World War because food was scarce, and so they have now devoted the entire museum to this invention. I gotta tell you, I did not expect this to be the busiest museum of all. There you go. How popular are cup noodles? Got some Some nice people there. I think they're Americans. They're heading up that way. They said they had a free ticket, so I think it's $500 for the general entry. Then you got to pay for all the extras. But we're just here to have a look, folks. So here we have a whole room full of cup noodles. Over here, 1958. These must be the originals. See the cool stuff you can see when you come to Japan. So look at that, it's full on ramen in a packet. It's just bursting with noodly goodness. And just there is the Momofuku Theatre, and there's a short film about 14-minute film about noodles, cup noodles. No, I'm not. Over here, this is the man, Momofuku Ando. He invented the cup noodle. Was there a more significant and important and exciting invention of the 20th century? Well, yeah, obviously. Still, they've got Momofuku up with Albert Einstein and some of the other great geniuses. I think there's Galileo and Beethoven and Charlie Chaplin.
Yes, folks, when you're visiting the International Space Station, why not try some space ramen? Delicious. Just add water. Hopefully the water doesn't just go everywhere because you're in space.
So this whole space is telling you the history of cup noodles, and the first time it was in a cup looks like it was 1971. And look, noodles consumed per capita per country. Over there, cup noodles goes international. 1973 maybe? I don't know. Okay, so this is some sort of optical illusion sort of place. You've got a big cup of noodle there, a medium sized and a smaller one. But when you look over there, they all look like they're the same size. Optical illusions, folks, keeping it real. I'm going to say this is called noodle art. If that isn't a term, it is now. Ah, over here. Perhaps a replica of Momofuku's original noodle lab, I want to say. I mean, it's all about taking a noodle and then instant freezing it or something, I guess. And so all you have to do is add it to boiling water and it comes to life again. One day they'll do that to humans. So here we've got families creating art on the cup noodle cup. And through there, that's where they learn to make the noodles themselves. And up here, well, you get a bit of a view of Yokohama Bay, folks. Cup Noodles Park. And the Noodle Bazaar. The Noodles Bazaar is naturally a place to grab a bite. And folks, that was the Cup Noodle Museum for you. The entry fee is 500 yen, I think, so just over $5 Australian, a bit over $3 US. Well, you know, it's not expensive. It's a bit of fun. And there's more stuff to do if you want to make your own ramen noodles, your own cup noodles. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, folks, you know me, I don't dilly-dally. We're moving on to the next one. Well, howdy there. You now find me in wherever the heck I am. It's actually, it basically is Asakusa, just on the other side of the river. And I wanted to take you next to the Tobacco and Salt Museum. Now, sometimes here in Japan, signage is not great, but look, I'm just heading in roughly the right direction. And there's a sign, just a random sign, knowing that I'm walking in the right direction. And just over here, Tokyo Skytree. So basically, yeah, 5-minute walk from Tokyo Skytree, if that, to the Tobacco and Salt Museum. Isn't that an interesting one, tobacco and salt? I mean, questions arise like, why tobacco and salt? Why that combination? Why not tobacco and weed? I don't know. The important thing is it's a beautiful day. The museum excitement never stops when you're in Tokyo. Let me tell you that you should invest some time, head out to Ueno and see the main Japanese history museum. There's a science one next to it too, and that's also highly recommended. And here it is, folks, the Tobacco and Salt Museum. Tobacco and Salt Museum. Although I should add something about the Kite Museum, and that is that its current location that I just showed you, that is not its permanent location. I think it's a temporary location as they're moving somewhere else, and I believe they have a lot more that they didn't have on show because they just didn't have the space. This was erected to commemorate the opening of this museum in 1978. Admission, 100 yen. Here's a bargain for you. You can't say it's expensive. 100 yen, that's just over $1 Australian dollar. So that's about 65 US cents. Over 2 floors. Tobacco and salt. Don't worry, I will like this museum, because if I don't, the owners are going to be insulted. Well, they're not going to be in tobaccoed. The world of salt. Here we can learn about why salt is just so important. Salt from different parts of the world. Now this looks like the Wolicha salt mine in near Krakow, Poland. Saint Kinga of Poland. As I said, from the village salt mine. 1.4 tons of salt. Gathering salt from the sea. You should check out my my video on the Langue de Barbarie from Senegal. That's a fair bit of hard work there. Hiroshima salt fields. In Japan, they love museums to everything. They love to learn, and yeah, you can learn about salt. But next, fire up your cigarette lighters, because we got to check out some tobacco. Now, it should be said that if you are a smoker in Japan, smoking is still a pretty cheap thing to do. Goodness me. Because tobacco originated in South America. This is a relief carving of Kan Balam II. And just here, this guy here, I believe, is the smoking god. Can learn about the tobacco plant. Well, there you go. Who knew so many different flowers came from one plant? Ooh. The 4 routes of exploration and the paths of tobacco spread.
Hi-ho on the seas in this Spanish galleon. Okay, more pipes than you can poke a tobacco stick at? I don't know. Give me a break. Oh, these are like different pipes from around the world. These ones are from sub-Saharan Africa. I bet they didn't just smoke tobacco in that one. These are cigarette cards that used to come in the, as a bonus in the packets. I think it's mostly an American thing. This here is a model of an Edo tobacconist, Edo era tobacconist. And slightly different, this is a tobacco store from the Edo era. These are cutting machines cutting up tobacco. And this is a more advanced machine for cutting up tobacco. And that's as far as tobacco goes. Sorry, no, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's a nice little museum actually. And my only real concern is there doesn't seem to be any mention about the harms of tobacco. I'm not going to make a political statement. I'm just saying that generally speaking, I mean, it's a fascinating history actually, the way that tobacco spread from I think the 1600s across the world to be smoked just about everywhere. But of course we do live in a time when we are quite acutely aware that it's not the best for you. There is one more museum that we haven't seen yet, and it's the one I've been saving up for the end, and it's pretty special. I think you'll agree it's pretty special because you don't find very many museums on the topic at hand. And now for the big finish. Like Vanessa Williams, I have saved the best till last. Here I am on a little island somewhere in Tokyo Bay. Folks, our final museum for this amazing museum vlog. Should I call it that? Maybe I will. It's called the Unko Museum, also known as the Crappy Poop Museum, or the Unko Crappy Museum, or the Crappy Unko Poop Museum, or I'm not really sure. But basically, yes, it's a museum devoted to poop, to number twos. Now, I believe there's one in Melbourne now too. It's just opened up, but you have to go to the source, the original, if you like. Google Maps tells me it's in there somewhere, but let's see if we can find it, hey? Because you always wanted to know, how cute can poop be? To get here, I took the Rinkai line to Tokyo Teleport Station. I mean, if they're going to call it that, they should really have a working teleport, shouldn't they? Here it is, folks. It's time to get a little bit crappy. At the pinnacle of the world-famous kawaii culture is poop, a fragile matter that quickly disappears by being flushed so soon after being brought into this world. Some of you may be wondering, how is poop kawaii? What do you mean? If you come and visit the Unko Museum Tokyo, you'll instantly understand. Please enjoy the Max Unko Kawaii world by looking, touching, taking photos of, and playing with poop. Yeah, that wasn't a big voice, okay.
Hey, say
Unko!
Nice, okay, go to the next room. Okay, come here.
Arigatou gozaimasu. My poop maker. Create your own poop.
before entering. Okay, I have to sit, folks, on the loo. All right.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, he's told me he's going to go 3, 2, 1, then I've got to push.
Yes. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Fast, Nice burpees.
So much better. What on earth?
Nice burpees. Nice burpees.
This is real. This is really happening.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it. Nice burpees. This
Blue
is souvenir.
Souvenir. I get to keep this?
Yes.
I get to keep this blue poo.
Okay. Nice burpees. Okay, let's go burpees one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hello folks, what the hell am I doing? If you haven't been weirded out, I sure have. You can take a selfie here with your partner. That certainly would be a kawaii photo. I tried to work out what the possible point of this could be, and the only thing I could think of was, you know, a lot of kids have trouble going and using the toilet, and maybe this, this gets rid of all the inhibitions, shall we say. Did I really emphasize the H in inhibition? Yes, it's poop in many languages. Interestingly, they're missing a few of the ruder English ones, aren't they? There is a kingdom in the world of poop. Come and become the kingdom's graceful queen. Would you like a poop cupcake? I mean, who wouldn't? Unko Mart, Unko Mart, Unko Mart. And of course, if you're gonna poop, you're gonna need a wall of toilet paper. Fancy a drop of Unkola. Do you have good reflexes? Position your hands as instructed and catch the falling poop. Okay, you can't see everything, but basically I'm about to try and catch poop. Does that count? I'm taking that as a win. I'm taking that as a win, folks. But here it shows you a replay of your catching reflexes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Screw that. I got my poop, that's all I care about. It's furry poop. It's a stegosaur poop. It's fun to step on poop, chase the poop with the chosen colour and stomp it. So you got to shout Unko as loud as you can, and then stuff will happen. Watch out, because I've got a full voice. Unko! Well, folks, that's museums for you. Final thoughts? Okay, I guess this is like Toilet Man. We exit through the loo. Oh wait, and I thought we were done. Now it's a maze of poop. And yes, there's a whole gift shop of poop. I mean, too much poop is never enough. Yeah, I know. Shh. Well, folks, Tokyo museums. It has some. You should probably check them out. Poop, swords, noodles, oodles of noodles, and more. Thank you very much for joining me on this vlog. Don't forget to click like, comment and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow and I really appreciate it. And of course, you can find out when the next video is dropping. Take care wherever you are in the world, folks. May the journey never end.